This is 5 on your side at noon. Focused on you.
As we go on the air at noon, we are under a winter weather alert. Snow falling in St. Louis. Here's a live look at conditions right now in downtown St. Louis. The snow, as you can see, falling pretty hard. Here's another look from downtown. We could see several inches this afternoon, and it's already affecting area roads. Thanks for being here. I'm Kay Quinn. We'll take a look at how the highways are looking in just a moment. First, we want to go right to meteorologist Jim Castillo. He's tracking the snow, and he has the weather first forecast.
Yeah, Kay, so here it is. Late morning and into the early afternoon is exactly when we thought we'd have some trouble. And sure enough, when that snow is coming down, it's overcoming some of the roadways that are above freezing. But look at this. This is St. Charles. So just wanted to point out that Interstate 70 looks good in most spots. You get out to Wright City, and at about 11:33, a spin out was reported there on I-70. So even some of the major roadways, the snow's coming down and causing some slick spots out there, and it'll be that way throughout the afternoon. Let's check downtown St. Louis. Again, those big wet snowflakes, and in most areas turning into a little bit of slush. But the side roads and also untreated areas are seeing some issues. Plus, look at this. That temperature, even at Lambert, is below freezing. So that's a problem with this snow coming down at a good clip. Here's a Weather First Doppler radar, and you can see those darker blue areas. That's where it's snow. But then we've even had reports of thunder and sleet and rain around Bonne Terre. So that's how dynamic this system is. So throughout the afternoon, we'll watch these bands of snow, and here's Bowling Green and Pike County, Carrollton, all the way through Jerseyville and down to O'Fallon and also Weldon Spring, and then Warrenton and Wentzville and through St. Louis, right along Interstate 70, also 64 in Illinois. And then we have along 44, it's just now beginning to snow around the Phelps County area and Rolla, but more of a mix in Farmington, but it will change over to snow. And of course, those temperatures, some of us even colder than we expected. About 28 for Warrenton, 30 in Chesterfield. And so we can easily see some very slick spots out there. And then checking our sky cams, Moscow Mills to St. Louis to the Central West End, at times visibility really low. And here's that expanded winter weather advisory for all areas except for Reynolds County. I'll have much more on our forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, we'll see you then. Thank you, Jim. Let's take a look at the roads right now. Meteorologist Tracy Hinson is in the storm tracker. She is driving in St. Charles. What are you seeing, Tracy?
Alrighty, Kay. So in particular, the roadways here have been mostly wet, most likely treated beforehand. I am going to show you, I have a close-up view here on what the shoulder looks like, and shoulders have been hit or miss. If it's one that's more paved like this, we have just a little bit of icing out there, but not too much in terms of accumulation, though it's a different story when you look at our grassy areas. So I'll take you back to that front camera while I move our other camera around. It's really starting to stick on things like our trees and our grassy surfaces and even rooftops. It's a winter wonderland out there. It's actually quite pretty. Here, I'll show you the view here as we drive along. You can see our grassy surfaces. It's even sticking. This is a very wet snow. It's a very sticky snow. It is sticking to some of the trees and bushes out here. So it is making things quite pretty. So far, the roads have been pretty good. And I'm with photographer Mark Mowry. He tells me that he hasn't felt the car slip or anything. We're also going, a whopping 50 miles an hour, so not particularly fast. And everybody else on the roadways has been going nice and slow as well, though we have come across a few accidents out here already. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Tracy. Remember, you can get the Weather First forecast sent straight to your phone. Just text the word weather to 314-425-5355. We'll send you a link. We're getting new information about a hit and run on Interstate 270 in North St. Louis County. Police say a vehicle hit 25-year-old Sarah Hill, then drove away. The interstate closed for a couple of hours overnight at I-70 while police investigated. No word right now on Hill's condition or why she was walking on the highway. New developments in that deadly crash that killed 2 Chicago women in downtown St. Louis. Prosecutors have now charged the driver. Monty Henderson is charged with 2 counts of involuntary manslaughter. According to court documents, surveillance video shows Henderson blowing through a red light at 70 miles an hour at 18th and Olive early Wednesday morning. Police say his Jeep hit Leticia Bracero and her daughter, Alyssa Cordova. They had just left the Drake concert at the Enterprise Center. Charges have also been filed against a man accused of causing a crash that killed 2 people in Cahokia Heights. Prosecutors say Zachary Carpenter was speeding when he drove into a vehicle on Bond Avenue on February 9th. The crash killed Marilyn Hill and Willie Buford. Police say Carpenter then ran from the scene and eventually fired a shot at a police officer. He's facing several charges, including reckless homicide. Breaking right now, 2 juveniles are now charged in connection with the shooting that happened at the end of the Chiefs Super Bowl parade in Kansas City. Police say they're both at juvenile detention centers right now on gun-related and resisting arrest charges. More charges against them are possible. The shooting left 1 person dead and 22 others hurt after Wednesday's parade. An update now to a story we told you about yesterday. The Kirkwood City Council has rejected a proposal to close Jefferson Avenue and give it to St. Peter's Catholic Church. The church planned to spend $600,000 to close a portion of the busy street in order to connect the church and its school campus. The city of St. Louis moving to crack down on a company's plan to fly drones over neighborhoods for surveillance. The Board of Aldermen approved a draft that makes it illegal to use a drone to observe any person or property without written consent. A company called SMS Novel planned to fly drones over some neighborhoods and offer live streams for those who paid for the service. Weather permitting, all but 1 lane on Interstate 270 will close tonight in Madison County. At 9 p.m., IDOT crews will close the eastbound lanes between Route 3 and Riverview. That's on the other side of the Chain of Rocks Bridge. Work will continue all throughout the weekend. All lanes are expected to reopen by Monday morning's rush hour. Still ahead, getting help with mental health. A look at the new way artificial intelligence is being used in schools. And a milestone for a St. Louis basketball team, why the girls of Incarnate Word are now in Missouri's record book.